Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you had a great day and I hope you have nothing but great days only. Before I get started, I want to give a shout out to my mom, Lamitria Sarif. She retwisted my hair. Let me show you the back of it. Hopefully I got it all in there. If not, I'm sorry. But I just want to show you guys the hard work and effort she puts in when she retwists my hair. She always does an excellent job. Thank you so much, Mom. I love you. You're the GOAT. All right, let me get started now. So fun fact number 13, album review 3. I am doing Memories, ... Do Not Open by the Chainsmokers. Hopefully I got the dots right. If I didn't, I apologize. I probably got them wrong, but anyway, sorry. So I'm not gonna give a small review over the Chainsmokers. Even though I feel like they fell off, I feel like they're not as big as they were in 2016, 2017. I don't feel like they're as big. I don't feel like they're big anymore. But when you're in the dance and electronic field, you have a solid fan base naturally, so you can really never technically fall off. So they really technically didn't fall off, but they just haven't had a song in any of these years before. So anything after 2017, they haven't had a real big song since. Okay? So to me, they fell off, but technically, off of the views they still get and plaques and charts and award nominations, they did not fall off. So they're still well known to the public, but to me they kind of fall off, whatever. But I'm not gonna give a review over them because again it's a lot to say, and I'll make this video even longer because there's a lot to say about them, and they're technically still well known. So I will just skip over the small review and I'll just tell you a little bit about this album, okay? So, Memories Do Not Open came out on April 7th, 2017. It sold 221K or 227K. One of these, well, I got one of these numbers. It should be 227K. And then per sales, it was 163K. But I'll still show you the picture in case I'm wrong so you can actually see. You can actually see it for yourself. So, I'll do that. But I'm sure I got the numbers right. I'm sure. All right. The two biggest songs from this album were Paris and Something Just Like This featuring Coldplay. And everything else did not really do good. It charted, but of course nothing was as big as these two singles right here. And I think these songs scored nominations just by itself. And then the Chainsmokers scored their own nominations. And this album won Best Dance Album at the iHeartRadio Awards in 2018 or 2017. And then Billboard nominated them for Top Dance, whatever, album, whatever they call that category. And I'm sure they won that too. So that's all the nominations this album got. So yeah. And this actually sold way more than that collage they made, the EP. It was called Collage in 2016. For some reason, that did not sell for real, but they were new at the time. Maybe that's why it didn't sell. But that had 3 big songs versus this one that only had 2. So I was surprised that this sold so much. But that just lets you know that their fan base jumped like crazy within a year. And they were smart for releasing an album a year later and not taking too long, because that's how you lose your popularity. Like, while you have the momentum and popularity, make sure you capitalize, I hope I said that right, off of that. Don't take long, do something. So they were smart for doing that. All right. So kudos to them for being able to show a big difference in their sales, getting a fan base, a solid fan base. Kudos to them, all right? And another thing, I don't know what this album's about, because when it comes to dance and electronic music, you're not supposed to focus on lyrics anyway. This genre is slowly focused on beats. This is not like the pop and R&B, hip-hop, alternative, country, rock, where the beats really don't matter. This genre right here, that it strictly focuses on beats. You're not supposed to listen to lyrics. So when you listen to the Chainsmokers, Avicii, Calvin Harris, Zed, Kygo, Marshmello, Major Lazer, you're not supposed to be listening to the lyrics anyway. You're supposed to be focusing strictly on the beats. You're supposed to be jamming out. So you're not supposed to be like, what's this about? What's this album about? Because they probably don't even know. Because they were just doing beats, like just making stuff. Because that's what you're supposed to do anyways as this kind of artist. So I don't know what this album is about. You're not supposed to care anyway. You're supposed to be listening to the beats, supposed to be jamming out. Okay? So yeah. And then one more thing. This album has 12 songs, but it's 4 songs that I do not like. But I will tell you the name of them later on. And I will also play it for you a little bit so you can hear it. You know, but again, I'm not going to give a review over 4 songs that I do not like. So, yeah. So I'm just going to give a review over 8 songs, basically. Okay? But hopefully you still do like it, even though I kind of took out 4 songs. But hopefully you like it still, okay? Now let me get started. All right. So I'm going to start off with My Type featuring Emily Warren. My Type is my favorite song off of this whole album. I'm putting it at number 1 because literally this is like the most played song this is like the most played song by me on this album. And it's probably one of my favorite songs by them in general, you know, but then like just in general. You know, I really love My Type. And of course, the boys are not singing. It's a girl named Emily Warren. She's actually on this album twice. So I'm glad they did that. I really love her voice on this. I feel like the chorus is lit. The verses are lit. Like, she really did good. Like, I can't even tell you I skipped. Like, I didn't even skip. I don't be like, man, let me get to the chorus. Let me get to this verse. Like, the entire song is fire. So she carried this whole song. She did great. And again, this is like my favorite song by them. So I'm putting My Type at number 1. All right. Okay. So that's how I feel about that. Now I'm on to the next one, and it's called It Won't Kill You. And it's featuring some girl. Her name starts with an L. I cannot pronounce it. I won't even try, but I will put it up. And you can try. I can't pronounce it. But I like that song too. Not even for the lyrics. Because remember what I said earlier. The lyrics I don't care about. It's the beat. Whatever beat they use was fire. It makes you want to go ham. Like just, it makes you want to go like just ham. Like just go in. That beat is fire. I don't know where they got it from. I don't know if that was an original or not. Or they sampled something. But they really went off with that one. I'll have to put that at number 3 because it's another song that's a little bit better than this that will go at number 2. Okay? But this one's going at number 3 because like just the whole instrumental beat, whatever you want to call it, that alone is like fire. Okay? So it's going at number 3, okay? Yeah. Listen to that song. The beat is so fire. Seriously. But all right, I'm going to the next one. So the next one now is Don't Say featuring Emily Warren. I said that she's on her twice. I do not like Don't Say for real the way that I like any other song off this album. I like the chorus. Of course, I like the beat. But I don't really, I can't say I play this 24/7. This is not my favorite song by the Chainsmokers. I do not play Don't Say 24/7. I just don't. I will have to put it at number 6 because I don't hate it. But I don't want to say I play this all day, every day, because I don't. But I do play it. So I'm putting it in the middle. I'm just going to put it in the middle. Okay? At number 6. All right? So on to the next one. The next one now is The One. The One. So there's no feature on that. That's just Drew singing. So you remember, guys, these artists also can sing most of the time. Okay? So Drew's singing. Alex doesn't sing. I think Drew does all the singing. I don't think Alex can do that. Which is fine. He probably does other stuff. Excuse me. I like Drew's voice. Like, it's so relaxing. His voice was so relaxing in this. You know? It was very relaxing. You know, I just loved it. I loved the beat. Like, of course the beat was fire. But I do think that if he wasn't singing over it, I don't think it would be as fire, if that makes sense. I feel like Drew's voice had to be on it to make this fire. And without him, it just wouldn't have done it. So, yeah. So while I'm putting The One, I'll put it at number 4. Because, it's good to me. I can't put it at number 2, though. There's another song that's a tad bit better. So, but I'm not putting it any further than any lower than 4 because I do listen to this song pretty often. I like the one because again, I like Drew's singing voice. Even though some of their fans say it's not good, I like his singing voice. So, yeah. So let's go in at number 4. All right. So the next one I'm doing is "Break Up Every Night." Now, I mean, it's on my playlist. It's not my favorite song on this album or by them in general, but I don't play it. It's a little like cheesy to me. Like I've heard this before. Like it would have came out maybe in 2014, 2015. I have to put this at number 8 because yeah, it's a little cheesy to me. Just a little bit. Just a little cheesy. But it's like catchy. It's like a catchy song. I listen to it sometimes. I don't play this every single day or every now and then. I'm putting it at number 8 just because it's like my least favorite song out of the 8 songs I like in general off the album. But I still like it to the point that I'll put it on here because it's not terrible, if that makes sense, all right? So I'm putting it at number 8, okay? The next one I'm doing now is "Wake Up Alone." "Wake Up Alone" is going at number 2. Well, first of all, that's featuring Janae Aoki, first of all, before anything else. That's featuring her. And I'm putting that at number 2. I'm putting this at number 2 because I don't know what I like about this song. Because it's funny because I used to like skip it. I used to like skip this. Of course I've heard it before, or I wouldn't have even put it on here. Like when I was first originally listening to the album, of course I obviously liked it, or I wouldn't have added it on there. All right, I made this playlist a while ago. But I used to like not click on it too much because I always felt like, well, she's an R&B singer. Like, how would she sound on a dance electronic song? Like, excuse me, how would she sound on here? You know what I mean? Yeah, like, how would she sound on here? So I kind of just said, whatever. But when I finally stopped doing that and I actually gave it a listen to, like, more and actually thoroughly listened to it, I'm like, wait, I kind of like this. You know, like, I like her voice on this. She should be on these type of songs more often. You know what I mean? She has a voice for it. Maybe the beat they chose was perfect, but she has the voice for this kind of genre. I like it. I hope she features on this kind of stuff more. Because I like it, especially the chorus. You know, you can tell they're still trying to use the R&B because she's still R&B, but they're still trying to keep it in their genre. I like that they mashed it together. So this is honestly, right after my type, "Wake Up Alone" will have to come second. It's one of my second favorite songs to play off this album. So I'm putting this at number 2. All right. So yeah, I'm putting this at number 2. All right. So that's how I feel about that. And the next one, I'm going to "Something Just Like This" featuring Coldplay. Now, I'll put this at number 5. Yeah, I won't do that. I'm going to put this at number 5. Now, even though this song was huge, it was their biggest hit song, has almost 2 billion views on YouTube. So as you can tell, this song was huge. I know it's like cliche to like the most popular song by them, and put it in the top 5 at that. But I guess it's like yeah, it's cliche, but it's not a bad song. I mean, it's not a bad song. You know what I mean? Coldplay, I don't think they've ever done this genre before, or even have like features from it, or even just did it on their own, you know, because they're like alternative, like an alternative rock band. So I don't think they've ever tried this genre before. If they have, then excuse me, I stand corrected. But I'm sure they haven't. But they actually sounded good right here, you know, like I listen to Coldplay. And I listen to the Chainsmokers. They work together. Naturally, I'm going to end up liking it because I like them separately. So, I like this song. It's like, I like the verses. And I like the chorus. Of course, the beat's fire. I mean, it's a nice beat. It sounds a little old school. Like, not old school, but it sounds like a beat that you would have heard in the early 2010s, you know, like 2011, 12 or something. So that's how the beat sounds, but I think this is a fire song, really. I think that it probably isn't fire to anyone now. Excuse me. Because this came out 23 years ago. So it might not be fire to people now, But if this was if we were in 2017 right now, they would probably still say it's fire. I still think it's fire. I think it aged well. That's just me. So that's why I'm putting it at number 5. It is one of my top 5 favorite songs by the Chainsmokers in general, and of course, just off of this album. Okay, so that's how I feel about that song. And the next song is let's see. Sorry guys, I wrote notes. Don't laugh at me. I wrote notes because you can tell sometimes I forget stuff or I'm thinking. So I finally said, let me write notes down. All right, don't laugh at me. But anyway, so the last one now is Last Day Alive, and that's featuring the country duo Florida Georgia Line. I actually listened to them outside of this, so naturally it's like, I'll naturally just like the song because I like them. All right. But so the top 5 spots are all filled up. So, of course, they can't go up there. Even though I do like this song, I can't. It is one of my, like, if you ask me what are my top 10 favorite songs by the Chainsmokers, I will say Last Day Alive. Most definitely. I will put this song at number 7. I mean, it's not better than the other songs before that. That's why I didn't put this song any higher. I'm putting this at number 7 because it doesn't need to be at number 8. And it doesn't need to be anything lower than 7. All right. I mean, higher than 7. And it doesn't need to be lower than 7. I think this is like a good place for this song to be, in my opinion. All right. I don't like the name title. Not really feeling the name title, but I like the verses and I like the chorus, the bridge, the outro. I like this entire song. I can't say I skip it because I don't. I listen to this all the way from beginning to end. I enjoy it. I like that the song is slow and then it'll just speed up when it gets to the chorus. I like that. That's just me personally. I like songs that do that because so you won't be wilding out the entire song, but you also won't be sad the entire song. You have different emotions, so I like that. I like that a lot. So I'm just gonna put this at number 7 because it is one of my top. It's in my top 10 favorite songs by the Chainsmokers. So Last Day Alive, and the boys did not sing on this. This is strictly just Florida Georgia Line because again, it's 2 of them. So of course, Drew doesn't need to be in here. All right. So yeah, so that's number 7, all right? So that's all 8 songs that I love, all right? Now let me tell you about the 4 songs that I took out. And I do not, so the fourth song that I took out is, the first song from out of the list that I took out, the first one is Bloodstream. I do not like Bloodstream. I do not know why I don't like it. It just doesn't have that catchiness to me. There's no catchiness in this song. So I don't like Bloodstream. It's like, I cannot sing this. I can't get up and dance. I don't like Bloodstream. I also don't like Paris. Even though I just said that was their biggest song, I did not like Paris. I don't always like the artist's biggest song by them. I don't always like it. I don't like Paris. Like, I just don't know why. I can't get into it. Of course, Drew is singing it. Again, I love his singing voice, but I just don't like Paris. It just doesn't do it for me. I don't like it. And then, of course, Young. I don't like Young. I do not know why I don't like Young. I don't know. I do know the reasoning. It's just not catchy to me. There's no catchiness in here for me. So I do have a reason. It's just not catchy. All right? Yeah, Young doesn't do it for me. And then after that, Honest. I do not like Honest. It's the same reasoning. It's just not catchy. Okay? It's just, I feel like these 4 songs could have went off. They could have went off. I don't think they were needed. I feel like they killed the whole vibe. That's just me. I feel like they just killed this entire vibe. Like, these 4 songs. Paris, Honest, Young, Bloodstream. I feel like they just killed this whole vibe. This whole album's vibe, they kill it. So, I think they could have taken it off. And they really could have kept it at 8 songs. But, this is an album. You're not really supposed to have 8 songs on here. It's supposed to be, like, a little lengthy, But I don't like these 4 songs. But, of course, I played it for you, played you a little snippet of it so you can hear what it sounds like. Listen to it on your own. Maybe you might love it, but I personally couldn't do it. So, no. No. Okay? But overall, I'm going to give this album, I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10 because it's not the best album I've ever heard in my life, but it's one of my favorite albums, if that makes sense. It's not the best album I've ever heard, ever. I've heard albums that sound way better and have more bops on it, especially in this genre that they're doing. But this is one of my favorite albums, like just of the decade or something. Or if you just sat down and asked me, it is. So, yeah, 8.5 is what I would give it. That's good. That's pretty high. Even though I don't like 4 songs off of it, I feel like I still like a good amount, But that's just me. All right? So that's how I feel about it overall. It's a good album. Yes, it came out in 2017, so you might not like it now. We're in 2021. Okay? So you might not enjoy this album because it is old, and I feel like they made it for the time that they were in at the time. Some people might not think it aged well, but I feel like it does give you the 2017 vibe. So you might not like it, but of course, give it a listen to. You might love it. I loved it. 8.5 for me. But give this a listen to. I highly suggest it. Okay. But that's how I feel overall about the album. Give it a thumbs up if you like this. Give it a thumbs down if you didn't. Comment any albums you want a review on. I got you. Any artists in a year. Any year. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If not, hey guys, I fumbled so bad towards the very end of my video. Of course, that's where I want to fumble at, towards the very end. I did not finish the sentence, and then I clicked the button already, so it was too late. I'm so sorry for doing that, okay? But let me just finish what I was saying, though, all right? I do hope you enjoyed this video. If not, I hope you enjoyed the next one. Thank you for sitting here and listening to me give a review over this album. If you have heard it, that is fantastic. If you've never heard it, I hope I persuaded you to want to go hear it now. And if I did not, that's perfectly fine. At least you got a little taste of it right here. Okay? So thank you guys so much. Love you all. See you tomorrow.